Last time I concluded the quest with Flickering Heart, siding with the succubus, and I also finished or got the final result for the sackful of love, with the fellow building himself a harpy suit. What I also did was piss off Prince Stennis, as Jarben used to say. I'm hoping to get Stennis's blood somehow after I talk to Philippa. Give Philippa Triss's bandana and the other items, including the dragon's dream I found in the harpy's nest. So yeah, first talking to Philippa, and then see how this story continues. Game saved, and we are ready to go. Philippa.
You wanted to discuss something?
Well, matters of importance. I wonder if I want to talk with Philippa about this that I saw in the dream. Philippa might as well be on the same side. Perhaps this whole thing is a big conspiracy by the sorceresses. But what I can tell Philippa is that
I found a stolen dream. It seems powerful. I think it's a dragon's dream.
Excellent. That should do nicely. Come back and see me when you have the remaining ingredients. You wanted to discuss something?
Yeah, actually I do want to talk about the curse.
At the council, you mentioned artifacts were needed to undo the curse.
But I can't look for them now.
I can do that.
Why?
I have my reasons. Tell me something. What happened here 3 years ago?
Henselt attacked Edirn, but met his match. Nobody won that war. Sabrina Glefacy got into a conflict with the commander-in-chief of the Kedweni forces, and this led to both armies being routed. Fireballs turned the battlefield into a flaming tomb. Henselt accused Sabrina of using a forbidden weapon.
And Sabrina cursed Henselt.
I think so. I suspect the curse got out of hand because of the circumstances.
Circumstances? The stars weren't right, wrong phase of the moon. There's always an excuse for simple bungling.
She placed the curse while burning at the stake. Her hands and feet nailed to a wagon wheel. I'd say she did a good job, considering.
Indeed.
Did you notice? Not all the ghosts were aggressive.
Yes. Most just disappeared when they touched the aura of a living person.
I think the curse corrupts the ghosts of the fallen and turns them into draugrs.
Is that the Witcher's professional name for wraiths?
Draugrs are demons of war. They arise at sites of exceptionally vicious, bloody battles. Their bloodlust and hatred in condensed form.
Can you kill them by conventional means?
A silver sword is enough for a draugr, but as long as the curse remains active, new ones will arise. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If I could turn the tide of the battle...
For that you'll need symbols of war belonging to those who fell in battle. Hatred, death, courage, and faith. All artifacts must be magically active and connected to the fallen, or they won't lure the ghosts.
Right. I'll look around.
Finding 2 will be enough. Get the symbols of hatred and death and leave the rest to me.
I'd prefer courage and faith.
Don't fuss.
I'll see what I can do. Cecil seems to know a lot about the area.
That is true. I haven't looked into that. I kinda thought that was the same thing. Yeah, I need to check that if that is something I need to do.
Know anything about blood curses?
Do you?
We're dealing with a 4th level curse, also known as the Curse of the Archmistress.
Well, well, I'm impressed.
Thing is, until now I thought it was only a myth, that such a curse couldn't be cast.
You thought wrong. There are 6 confirmed cases of this curse being inflicted.
What about confirmed cases of it being lifted?
1. Achieved by a team of sorcerers led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear, hence the curse's other name. Sabrina Glevizig was on the team.
Small world.
That's not all. The curse investigated by Francesca and Sabrina was designed to end the Tyson dynasty, the rulers of Kovir. They were cursed by Scarlet Rodalega, a complete madman, but very talented. An eclipse and wraiths also accompanied his curse.
So Sabrina's curse is just a knockoff Rodalega.
Exactly.
Can Francesca's experience help us?
Certainly. I know the symbols and the workings of the curse thanks to her.
Care to explain? I'm the one risking my neck.
You'll have to relive the battle and change its course at the right moment. I don't know exactly what will happen. Nobody does.
I'll look for those artifacts.
Relive the battle. Interesting, but I think I know enough.
I'm good for now. I'll let you know when I learn something.
Now, do I go after that now? Or do I do? So for some reason I think I have explored all the areas. I'm getting a feeling these require me to go into the mist. Yeah, I think I will talk about Triss now and see what happens.
You wanted to discuss something?
Yes. Well, on the other hand, Philippa has been totally honest with me. Or has she? This is a tough one. Do I want to tell her? On the other hand, if she knows about Sheila, and if Philippa indeed is whatever it is that is her agenda is on our side, then she should know about Sheila. There hasn't been anything telling me that Philippa wouldn't be on this side. So maybe I will tell her. Yes, I will.
Your friend Sheila is conniving with Henselt.
I know this, Witcher, but it's no cause for concern. Sheila is there to ensure Henselt doesn't fall prey to the same people who killed Foltest. We don't want him as sovereign of the Pontar Valley, but we also don't need Kedwin to descend into civil war.
Okay. Right.
I've got Triss's bandana.
Have you learned anything?
Triss was here. Letho forced her to teleport.
Why would he? There are easier ways to travel.
2 of Letho's comrades, probably those responsible for Demoven's death, were hiding among the Scoia'tael. When it became evident in Flotsam that the Kingslayer wanted to dispose of Yorvith, the Scoia'tael leader gave the order to eliminate them. Letho had to reach the unit before the Elven messengers did. He could only do that by teleporting.
I assumed that Triss wanted to teleport to me, but she missed the mark and they ended up in the gullies. What happened next?
Letho left her in a gully, wounded. He probably thought that she'd diversify the local trolls' diet. He himself went to see the elves and massacred the unit with his comrades. They're somewhere on the other side of the fog.
What about Triss?
She escaped from the troll. Everything suggests she's somewhere in the area.
I can assure you she is not in Vergen.
She has to be here. Locate her.
I'll try, but it will take some time. Have you learned anything else?
Alright, here's the actual choice. Do I want her to know? Ordered Triss killed? Well, kinda, because there was that bodyguard in Sheila's room that Cedric helped Triss to take care of, but I haven't actually seen that one, but yeah, there was this refers to the mercenaries, but they didn't mention Triss. They were after Letho. Ordered Letho and okay. Yeah, but I don't remember seeing anything that Sheila ordered Triss killed. Well, she probably did, but
Sheila ordered Letho and Triss killed.
I can't believe that.
Believe it. I ran into some mercenaries she enlisted to kill Letho and anyone found with him.
She must have meant the other Kingslayers. Are you sure she knew Triss was with him?
Are you so sure of Sheila? There was something going on between her and Triss. I sensed a lot of tension.
A misunderstanding.
Maybe. Let's find Triss and clear everything up.
I need some time. What's going on out there?
Let's see.
What's going on?
The peasants want to take pitchforks to King Demoven's son.
Why?
The Dragonslayer's servant is spreading rumors that Stennis poisoned Saskia. The commoners are in an uproar. They want to dispense justice.
Where's the prince?
Barricaded himself in his room, guarded by nobles. For the moment, the peasants are still respectful, but they are feverish. A fight is inevitable. Help us out. The situation is dire. I'm going to inform the other nobles.
yeah, I don't like it. But there's still no not a mob mentality. There's no room for that. Well, there still might be a chance to get that royal blood, but I'm not sure if I want to get it that way.
I'm not sure if Prince Stennis is guilty, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was involved.
Power, the object of dark desire.
Let's go, before this dark desire becomes too strong and someone gets hurt.
You go. I'll locate Triss. And should anything happen to Prince Stennis, remember, we need his blood.
I remember.
Gotta love Philippa for total lack of emotions in the events. Where is Triss Marigold? Wait for events to unfold. Now let me navigate myself to
it over. I'm on my way to the recruiting
castle. Let's also save. Right here.
They say she is dead.
You're stupid. She just fell unconscious. The White Wolf will save her.
Yes, he will.
I heard.
The commoners claim it's our prince's doing.
Such judgment is above their station.
I believe it's Henselt's provocation. He wants to drive a wedge between us.
That is likely.
Serfs and lords will never be on the same side.
Humans only care how their asses rise as his...
Geralt! It's good to see you.
The commoners claim Stennis is involved in Saskia's poisoning. They're looking to slaughter him.
Nobody to keep things peaceful?
Scalen Burden and his dwarves are trying to contain the mob, but they're badly outnumbered.
The plebs will yell a lot, beat someone up, and go home. As peasants do.
That'd be foolish. They're not serfs anymore. The days of them humbly sowing and reaping are gone.
Looks like things are getting nasty.
Hear me! What do you want? I'm Scalen Burden. I keep order in Vergen.
Are doing a nice job then? Where was you when they poisoned Saskia?
Give us the prince! Get the flails!
Stop!
Yorvith.
Squirrels! Everyone who wants to leave this yard in one piece, keep your hands off your weapons. I don't care if you're a serf or a lord. I'll kill you all if need be.
What's going on?
The servant carrying wine during the feast said that Prince Stennis and Olcan poisoned Saskia. We want justice!
You want revenge. It's not the same thing.
We don't care. Saskia's fallen as if dead, while the poisoning prince and noble lords rush to herd us onto the field and sell us to Henselt. We won't let them!
You lie, Colton. Nobody's being sold out. The poisoner must be caught and tried by law.
Your law? What then? He'll pay a fine and get spanked on his ass? We'll spank him all right, with an axe to the throat!
Where's this servant?
Safe. The Scoia'tael keep an eye on him.
Why is the prince hiding in his house if he's innocent?
Enough! I'll shoot the first to reach for a weapon. Then heads will start falling.
There's more of us. You can't kill every...
Then you'll be first. Now back off! We need to act quickly.
Oh. This can get out of hand quickly. And I was quite surprised that there was no investigation on who poisoned Saskia to begin with. That was odd. But I guess it's better late than never, but I don't really like the rush.
We?
The mob's akin to a forest after a drought. One spark and the fire will be unstoppable.
I'm no peacekeeper and definitely no judge.
We're both in it, whether you like it or not.
Why are you getting involved?
For her, Gwynblade. Certainly not for this rabble.
What's your plan?
I'll frighten them a little. Bleed them if need be. I'll buy you some time, but be swift. I can't hold them off for long. Question the peasants and the nobles, and talk to the dwarves. Maybe you can get to meet Stennis.
Even if he's guilty, I'm sure he's prepared a suitable story.
You'll know how to sort the sheep from the goats. Also, find the servant who started talking so suddenly. You won't have time to talk to everyone, though, that's for sure.
Humans only care how their asses rise as his stations do.
You won't have time to
playing into
talk.
Henselt's hands. If they start at each other's throats, we'll have to...
So much chatter!
Each other's throats.
You can't mix water with fire.
This is nonsense.
Who is this peasant?
And you see what they did to
I
her?
can tell you what he lost with her life. Power. As I see
How
it,
can I
every
find
princely
that out?
likes
You don't
to
have
see
time to talk to
Guilt
everyone.
must be proven. Otherwise, it's vigilante justice.
I'll grant you
Give
that.
us this whole
Witcher,
power!
come over here.
Rolling dung, you surly dog!
What do you want?
We of noble birth always had to protect the plebs from their own stupidity. If not for us, the
Oh,
world...
shut up!
I don't have time to listen to songs praising the nobility. Know anything about the attempt on Saskia's life?
No, I don't. But whatever the truth, the mob cannot lynch one of royal blood.
Fuck.
So truth means nothing to you. That's what makes us different.
I didn't say I don't care about truth. Just keep in mind there's a world order that mustn't be destroyed.
An order that allows injustice.
If the prince turns out to be involved in this attempted murder, he should face a tribunal. The rabble doesn't understand the principles ruling the world.
Or they do understand them and simply don't like them.
Saskia is a wise woman, but there's one thing she doesn't take into consideration. This war will be over one day. Who will sow the crops and milk the cows then? Saskia called the serfs to arms. Do you think they'll want to plough fields again?
You may be right, but it's certainly not my business who'll plough your fields. Farewell.
This didn't get me any... I don't care about opinions, I care about the truth, and that didn't get me any closer to that one. Okay, who's the peasant I want to talk to? Is it you?
Why is he lingering about? Like the stench in a dwarven hovel?
Those witches be craving gold. This one's sure to say the prince is innocent, then sting Stennis for a pouch.
He better search for a lad who served the Virgin instead of pissing around.
Yeah, once done with the prince, he'd better take care of the magnets. Throwing their weight about too much they are.
The prince stood right next to Saskia during the council. Did he have access to the wine cellar beforehand?
How should I know?
Why flap your mouth then?
The prince is a wealthy lord. Bribing a skivvy to poison the wine is nothing to him.
Just because someone can afford gold teeth doesn't mean they'll pull their healthy ones. What's it really all about? Who's backing you?
We want justice.
We don't need no one backing us. We knows what to do.
How would you punish the prince?
If a lad counts hens wrong, he'll be flogged. What should we then do with a man poisoning others?
Kill him.
A land without a ruler is a nightmare.
We have a ruler, the Virgin of Eden.
It's not certain she'll live.
Then we'll choose another who'll manage, but he must be one of us lads. That way he'll understand us.
And all people is gonna be equal, our way.
And the non-humans?
We have enough dung on the fields. Let non-humans find a non-human land.
Away with them!
Oh, crap. Okay.
You know Saskia's servant?
Willie of the Oblates. He handled the wine, indeed, but loves the Virgin like a sister and mother put together.
He'd gladly get quartered for her.
Where's this Willie of yours?
Hiding in his shack, afraid of them lords. Squirrels guard him.
I'd really need to talk to him.
Farewell.
Give us this horplower!
Rolling dung, you... Greetings, Gwynblade.
Good. Bloody bastard poisoned the Virgin.
How can I talk?
The mist and commoners and nobles are at each other's
This isn't getting me anywhere.
You're in my way.
This is nonsense. What would the prince gain with the Virgin's death?
Things look bad. The peasants are furious. They finally have a chance to strike back for all the wrongs.
The noblemen won't yield.
Oh.
They're a cowardly lot.
They know their heads will follow Stennis's.
It's a deadlock, with the prince's guilt still to be proven.
Yarpin says it's someone from Edern. Sheldon, on the other hand, would shave his beard if it's not Hensel's spies.
Anyone reached the prince in his chamber?
Not even close. The nobles guard him like a matron does her ward's hiney.
If the rabble slaughters the prince, there'll be no stopping them. They'll start doing things their own nasty way.
That's why the nobles will support the prince, even if they believe he's guilty.
I'm sure Stennis's hands are dirtier than a peasant girl's fucked in a barn.
Has Yarpin got any evidence?
No, Yarpin's an old cook and says he's got a feeling. Ploughing soothsayer.
He might be right with those feelings. After all, not just anyone can pass through the Wraith's mist. It has to be someone local.
So it never crossed your mind that Henselt might have sent someone here before those ghosts appeared?
Indeed. Well, this is a kind of obvious question.
Why would Sheldon suspect Henselt?
He'd sooner reach an agreement with Stennis than Saskia. Her death would be very convenient.
Zoltan?
I'm wondering how anyone could manage to poison the wine. Saskia's a quick-witted lass. She doesn't let just anyone near. Someone she knew must have done it.
Give us this horplower!
You don't
Rolling
have much
down,
time.
you surly dog!
You will change your tone when we put a sickle to your throat.
Save your threats for your hog-smelling woman.
I want to speak with the prince.
You're unique then. Everyone else wants to tear him limb from limb.
We won't let you in.
Yes, you will.
Only I can help your prince.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that?
Are you mad?
Silence! I'm in command here, and I grant the Witcher leave to enter.
Please, Master.
Are you here to kill me, Monster Slayer?
I'm here for your help. You can save Saskia.
Do you hear them? They want my head. They equate the words of some village idiot with mine. I am the heir to the Edirnian throne, the rightful ruler of this land, descendant of Demavend and Verferil.
Prince, if you help me heal Saskia, the people will forget.
So if I don't help you, they'll kill me. This is blackmail.
This is a deal.
What do you want?
I want your blood, and I don't care about your titles.
Did you poison her?
Of course not. Even if I had, do you think I would boast about it? Don't be a fool.
I'm trying to help. Not only Saskia, but you, Your Highness.
I won't yield to that rabble. Never. One smear is all they needed to lay siege to my doorstep. Do you really think I should plead my innocence every time some village idiot says the prince did it? Or maybe go out there and beg them for mercy? Never!
You merely need to convince them that you're innocent. Prove it wasn't you and they'll walk away.
And if I am innocent, yet lack proof thereof? You claim you wish to help me. Do so. Convince the people to believe me. You'll not regret it.
You're trying to bribe me.
I want only to make a contract. Think about it.
I hate this, that I don't have a chance to get any proof. There was whole this time to do proper investigation, and I didn't have a chance to do that. And now I'm here, forced to make a decision based on opinions. I don't give a rat's ass if Stennis dies or not. He's obviously an asshole, but I still want to do the choice based on facts and not opinions.
I need royal blood for a potion that will heal Saskia.
Do you mock me?
You owe Saskia your life. She carried you away from the Wraith's battle.
It was her duty, as it would have been of any Edirnian. Besides, my realm is falling apart, and she is responsible. Saskia and her rebels routed the royal forces at Geralt and on the banks of the Dyfni. For practical purposes, the Edirnian army no longer exists.
Those rebels are the last hope you have of stopping Henselt.
And what then? A pig herd will be crowned and appoint a shoeshine his Secretary of State.
Don't think that far ahead. Your Highness, just a few drops of your blood will cure Saskia. Vergen can defend itself only if she's in command.
I've already said I owe this girl nothing. I'll not yield to blackmail even if it costs me my life. I'll go to the axe, my head held high. And I'll certainly not surrender even a drop of royal blood to save a peasant girl. Guards!
Very well.
What is it, sire?
Show the Witcher out.
Is everything in order, sire?
We had a chat, but we are through. Think on what I told you, Geralt.
I will.
Rolling dung, you son!
Indeed I
will.
will.
Go get the lads, we won't stand for this.
My hand!
I'll cut the block off the next man who dares try his luck.
I'm running out of time. Yeah, if it comes to an opinion, Prince Stennis just signed his own death warrant.
You surly dog!
I hope at least you'll refrain from doing anything stupid.
Save your threats for your hog-smelling woman.
These are noblemen. I don't care about them. They have just opinions. And these peasants, they are
Give
not
us
the
this
one who
Rolling dung, you surly
poisoned.
dog.
So how do I get a chance?
When we put a sickle to your throat.
Serfs and lords will never be on the same side.
How do I get to
Humans
talk
only
to
care
the,
how their asses rise as their stations do.
to the
They're playing
peasant?
into Henselt's hands.
The
If they start
Skoyatal
at each
are
other's
holding
throats,
him.
we'll have to face the entire amount of Kedwin alone.
You can't mix water with fire.
Now, Saskia could.
And you see what they did to her?
In one way, this is very interesting.
Greetings, Gwynblade.
Very interesting quest, but it's like it's so frustrating. Why can't I talk to the only man who actually knows if he's telling the, or the only man who has said something, and if I can prove that he's lying or not, that will be the truth of it. If the peasant just said that Stenia poisoned Saskia or ordered the poisoning, or maybe the peasant is just saying that because the peasant likes Saskia so much. But if I can't talk to the peasant, how can I know?
Anything changed?
Not really. The peasants keep hollering. The noblemen stubbornly guard their chieftain.
Serfs and lords will never be on the same side.
Okay, I will try
Humans
to get to
only
the
care how
peasant.
their asses
If not for
rise
that
as their
damned
stations
Jorvik,
do.
the serfs would
They're
probably...
playing into Henselt's hands.
Shut your trap if you don't know what's going on.
I don't know if I can actually leave the area, or if in the meantime things get out of hand, but I need to try this.
What's this? Clad in hues of green, amid shrubs he's seen, crouching on
I can
legs
find
bent,
myself there.
catching flies to rend. Aboard
The Skoyatal are holding him, so it's all the way on the other
Don't
side.
try anything.
I'm actually very much trying. Now where is the fellow?